Okay, so as I previously mentioned, I'm constantly working on myself, right? And I consider myself to be a constant work in progress. That's why I said I don't do New Year's resolutions, because every day is an opportunity to change and be somebody, be closer to a better version of who you were. And not to accomplish to compete with anybody else, because it doesn't matter. Something that used to bother me, and you could go back like a bunch of posts and probably see it. It used to bother me when people would ask, "Why are you still single?" Now, I want to say that was because it implies that there's something wrong with me, which is something that, because I've always been so different, was always the case. That whatever was different about me was always put on blast to me. And a lot of times that comes from somebody's own insecurities that they're projecting onto you. They want to make you feel bad. And that goes to that whole thing that I've experienced a lot within my life. When somebody perceives you as a threat, they will try to systematically dismantle you, and they'll go for things that they know bother you, right? Okay, so I heard something recently, and it was in regards to dating. Don't be to this, don't be to that. And it bothers me that so many people go and ask for advice on your life, a story that hasn't even been written yet. You keep giving pages to people and pens like, here, just do whatever you want. What should I be? Okay. Okay, what should you be? I don't know. Ask yourself that. Ask yourself. Stop going to everybody else, like I said, and asking them what they, because you're not going to be perfect in their eyes ever. Perfection is like beauty, it's in the eye of the beholder. What I find perfect for me is not going to be perfect for you, right? So how am I going to tell you what you need to do? I don't know. Go within or go without, right? Yeah, but something that did used to bother me, and it doesn't anymore because somebody just recently asked me, and it kind of was more like, it kind of was like an eye roll rather than something that used to like really irritate me, like that. Like, what, why are you single? Well, there's a lot of reasons why I'm single. I don't plan on settling for anything in my life, whether it be relationships, work, whatever. I I don't want normal. I don't want normal. I don't want to talk to you about normal stuff. I don't want to have the normal life. As crazy as my life has been, I still would rather that over any monotony of the normalcy of life, of the rat race that everybody seems to be on. And quite honestly, I never had an issue with being by myself until people made it an issue for me. And like, it wasn't even like my problem. As interesting as that is, it wasn't my issue, but it became my issue because it was projected like there was something wrong with me. No, in fact, I'm holding out, and if it's okay, I'm okay, because I realized that there's more than this lifetime. I've been here many lifetimes before, and I'm hoping this is my last incarnation here. Really hoping on that one. But yeah, it just really bothered me that somebody said, don't be too. I've always been masculine. But here's the thing with that. What gets me is I also can be feminine, because there's masculine and feminine in everything and everybody. Masculine is active, like doing. So if you're constantly in active mode, guess what? You're in masculine energy. If you're being passive and receiving, you're in feminine energy, regardless of whether you're a man or you're a woman, right? So if you meet a woman, right, and this is true for myself, I don't mind submitting. I'm a very strong woman, right? And I'm headstrong, and I have people that come in, and a lot of times what happens in relationships is people get insecure with me. So I need somebody to be very strong because I get a lot of attention. Now the difference between attention is like, yeah, I'll take my pictures and stuff. That's my artistic expression, and I don't have to explain to anybody why I do anything for whatever purpose, because quite honestly, I could be walking in the middle of nowhere and somebody will come up to me. I get attention. I get it. And quite honestly, for a very long time, I would shy away from it because I realized that not only did I get attention from people admiring me, it was also people that became jealous, like, because you'll get friends and then they'll see that you get attention and they're like, oh, I want that attention, I want that attention, I want that attention, like pick me, pick me, pick me, that pick me energy. And it's like disgusting. But so I would get attention anyway too, right? But here's the thing, I haven't had anybody that I could really rely on in a long time. Everybody that I have ever relied on has let me down. So that forces me to be in active mode, and I desperately would love to be in passive energy and receptive energy and my feminine energy. But until I meet someone that could match my energy, there's no point. Why am I gonna? I've worked so hard to raise my vibration. I am not gonna allow anybody, I don't care who you are not gonna come in, lower my vibration, and take my peace. At all. It's not on the table ever. There were years ago, many years, I didn't know my worth. I didn't know who I was. I didn't know where I was going, and I was so blind and would just allow anything, because I was so desperate for the love that I didn't get from my parents when I was a child. So I've worked on those triggers and now it doesn't bother me. So that's I'm kind of happy about certain things that didn't, even like the whole thing with like my voice. Like people used to say, oh my God, you sound like a guy. Yeah, I do. But then I have people that tell me they really like my voice, and I used to hate it. And see, that I didn't realize for a while, like I don't look at people with malicious intent ever. I really don't ever look at people that way. Don't get me wrong, I react when people start screwing with me and messing with me, and rightfully so. It's like a human, it's a human reaction to react to when somebody's disrespecting you. And the thing would be like, people will disrespect you and disguise it as joke or whatever when you say something about it, like, oh, don't get bent out of shape. No, you shouldn't have disrespected somebody in the first place. Is that what your intention was? And the fact that I called you out on it made me an asshole, right? Right, got it. Okay, anyway, but like I said, so that's something that used to bother me. But seriously, if you meet a woman and you say, oh, she's so masculine, she's intimidating, okay, so then that should put you into your masculine energy, right? And here's the thing. Here's where you don't want to F it up. Don't fuck it up and try to break her down. Hello, Stunad. Build yourself up to reach that fucking level. Is it not that simple? Do we not understand things like this? Why? Build yourself up. Stop breaking people down. We have enough going on in the world every fucking day that breaks people down. You see little babies getting hurt, animals, people aren't people, they're numbers because of money. Like, why are we gonna make things harder? Why are you gonna break people down to build yourself up? Like, long-term investment here is what you should be into, right? You break somebody down, your long-term investment is coming back poorly on return. Very poorly. And it does come back, like I said. You wait, especially for when like that Saturn return comes. Oof, doozy. What a doozy. Anyway, bye, Felicia.